Anyway, but what we want to discuss here is some of the main issues here for Jerry Brown. First of all, the media coverage of the, the campaign, the race. Why is he not taken seriously as a candidate?
The news media points itself to be as if it's the guardian of what is acceptable, what is newsworthy, who is a viable candidate, who you can vote for. These things are fed to us, and you notice that they give us results like who's the front runner even before any votes are cast. And this is just some self-appointed people within the system.
I always hated the exit poll myself. I've always found that to be like a real shoddy way of,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not that exit. No. Anyway, okay. No. Why isn't he taken? Why do you think that is? That the media perpetuates this whole thing. Yeah.
Brown, developed some reputation in the media as being unconventional when he was the governor of California. He's had, a lifestyle that was different than standards, and, and so that, lends to, as people have called him, Governor Moonbeam or something like that.
The first president to wear a turtleneck, perhaps. Yeah. You think he's going to do the Speedo picture thing?
Oh, I don't
no, but
hope to see him that way.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway, what are some of the basic issues in this for Jerry Brown in this election?
Okay, well, very seriously now, Jerry Brown starts with the idea that the political system is broken in a far more profound way than any of the other candidates are talking about. And, I mean, it's pretty obvious when you just take a look at what happens in Congress, or more specifically, what doesn't happen, because problems continue to build. Our country faces the loss of jobs, loss of our competitive edge, and the decay of the cities, people that are not getting good educations, people that are not getting good health care, all of these issues. And what happens? I mean, we elect politicians to try to help solve these issues. We keep doing this, we keep electing them, nothing happens.
Right.
And
they vote themselves more raises and more raises.
Definitely, definitely. So essentially, you could say that the political system as it is gridlocked in Washington. Okay, I mean things are just stuck in Congress. It's a logjam. Things don't go through, and of course, money has a lot to do with that. And that's one area where the Jerry Brown knows that when you give money to a candidate, particularly, I mean, where do these candidates really get their money? They get them from the large corporate lobbying groups,
United Surgical Supplies,
committees. Yeah, anybody with an agenda that wants to affect the policies.
Domino's Pizza,
Toyota.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that...
oh, what a feeling. No, sorry, we're not allowed to plug cars on the
800 number.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that's the 800 number. Now, also, there's a local number, right, that they could call. A local number, is that up? Yeah, okay.
We've got the two numbers. If anybody wants to get involved with the Jerry Brown campaign, he will always tell you that the number to call is 1-800-426-1112. And then right here in the Waterbury area, if you need to get involved, certainly give me a call. My number at home, it's 271-2964. I live in Cheshire. And so, yeah, I'm just a local volunteer helping out the cause.
It's great.
And no, the thing is that, I mean, that money issue is really where we're stuck, okay? Because the way the system works is the candidates get their money from that, and they are beholden to these special interests.
Right.
They owe favors once they get elected. Okay, and they basically, rejigger the tax system, or they do, whatever, it takes to get more political contributions. The thing is that all of that is out of our hands. That has nothing to do with ordinary voting people, you and me.
Right.
Okay, and indeed, I mean, he says that the people have lost control of their government, and he's arguing that we should take back the government. And, the way to do that is to remove the corrupt money from the system. Okay, Brown very specifically says he'll only take $100, no more, from any one person. Okay, when he gets elected, he's not going to owe his election to all of these giant contributors. He'll know that he owes it to people like yourself. And so this is the beginning of change. And then, of course, once he gets elected, then it would be important to have campaign finance reform for congressional campaigns and various other matters like that.
So tell me about the flat tax rate.
Definitely. That's a plan that he has for economic fairness in this country. It is really outrageous the way that the tax code goes in this country. I mean, you look at it, it's an industry, okay? Just reading the tax code, trying to determine what it means, how much taxes do I owe, okay? And the thing is that you hire people for this. It keeps lawyers and accountants and everyone really busy, but it's not, I mean, all of those lawyers and accountants, they're not producing anything in this economy. Right. They're not producing goods that are going to end up in your house that you can enjoy. They're not producing things that we can sell, export to other countries. They're not generating any increased productivity. In fact, the tax system is a burden on this country. Okay, in addition to being ridiculous to figure out and largely unfair, the thing is that what Jerry Brown is advocating is that we just abolish all of the federal taxes and just institute one flat 13% tax. Okay, you just pay 13% of your income. It's easy to figure out. You know what you have to pay every year, and we won't have to have this enormous weight on the system. Plus, okay, this also gets right back into the corruption that I was talking about, because right now congressmen basically fiddle with the tax code. There's changes in it every few years.
It's like an accepted,
they churn the tax code, and so now all of a sudden you have to figure it out all over again. And the reason why they churn the tax code is to favor one special interest or another. And, that's where our country is spinning its wheels, and that's where, we could cut a lot of the corruption, a lot of the graft right out of the system by going for Jerry Brown's 13% flat tax.
And what about this healthcare system, this nationwide healthcare system that he wants to implement?
Absolutely. Every American, just as a matter of right, ought to be able to get decent healthcare. There's no way that, that we should have the pure shame of just looking at, you lose a job, you lose your health care.
Right.
And there are families that are just ordinary, normal American families, and we're not talking about the really bottom down and out type people. We're talking about everybody here. And especially with the economy the way it is right now, it's really easy to lose your job, you lose your health care, and you're stuck. So certainly, Jerry Brown is saying, let's have a universal health care system that's patterned after the system that they have in Canada.
Right.
And in Canada, it works quite well. Absolutely everybody is covered. The government insures everyone. The government is the one, organization that pays for health care. And so therefore, it's the only customer for health care. Okay? You eliminate a lot of the different overlapping costs of administration and the various other problems that afflict our healthcare system.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by. The primary is next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Get out there and vote for Jerry Brown. This is something that, it's not just out there in the news. This is right here in Waterbury. It's you and me. You can call those numbers, 1-800-426-1112. That'll get you his national campaign. They'll send you information. If you want to volunteer and help us still right now between now and Tuesday, call me in Cheshire. It's 271-2964.
Okay, I'd like to thank you for showing up, and I guess good luck to Jerry Brown, power to the people, and we'll be back after this.